Hello, everybody. Welcome to the information session about the personal support worker pathway to the practical nursing, the S119 program at George Brown College. This program information session will give you certain highlights about our program, what it needs to for you to be successful in this program, what it needs for you to enter this program, and what are you going to get at the end of this program. Okay, so stay tuned and we'll be sure to share a lot of information with you. My name is Sai Vimalakonda. I'm the program coordinator and professor for the S119 program. I've been program coordinator for about 2.5 years now, and I've been a professor in the S119 program for more than 4 years. So what we'll be covering today are these basic points, the program overview, which talks about the very high level program and talks about program basics. We're going to talk about what are the things that you need to do in terms of what do you get at the end of this program, whether it's full-time, part-time, what is the duration and things like that. We're going to talk about the admission requirements. The admission requirements are basically those criteria that you have to fulfill to enter this program. We're going to talk about the things you need to do to be successful in this program and what will make you successful in this program. Then we are going to talk about the coursework, or what are the different courses that you take. And then we'll look at future study options. So what are some of the study options that you will have once you successfully finish this program at the end of the 14 weeks? And then I'm going to share with you my contact information. So in case you have any questions, you can just send me an email. So that's our agenda for today. Let's get started. This program prepares personal support workers to enter George Brown College's practical nursing program. So our S119 program is designed to make you successful and enter the S121 program. So to enter this program, you must be a PSW, and that is one of the criteria that needs to be fulfilled. So if you're not a PSW, then you cannot enter this program. But if you are a PSW, then you are most welcome into this program. Our program is an Ontario College Diploma. It's delivered full-time. That means you're a full-time student. There are no part-time courses. You take all the courses that are offered. Our duration of this program is 14 weeks or 1 semester, and we start in September or January, as the case may be. This program is open only to domestic students, and this program is currently fully online because of the coronavirus epidemic. Courses are taught by highly experienced full-time and part-time faculty. So the courses use a variety of online teaching techniques and methods like lectures, in-class activities, discussions, group work, etc. So those are all the things that are there. So in a single class, you may have a mix of few of these, or just one of these, or all of these, depending on the need. And at the end of this program, we need you to graduate with a minimum program GPA of 3.0 in order to qualify to enter the next stage of your academic journey, which is George Brown's practical nursing program. What are the admission requirements? Now, in order to enter this program, the applicants must have completed an Ontario Personal Support Worker certificate from another community college, or they must have a PSW certificate from a private career college or an institution, and this needs to be done from 2014 or later. They must also have a minimum grade point average of 3.0 in PSW, and they must have a grade 12 English C or U with a minimum grade of 65% and a grade 11 math M or U, or a grade 12 math C or U with a minimum grade of 65%. So in case you don't have any of those admission requirements that I mentioned in the earlier slide, but you're a mature student, and a mature student is a person who is 19 years or older and has no Ontario secondary school diploma, such a student who is a mature student can take the admission test for English or math, or may consider upgrading to achieve the credit needed in English and math, and subsequently they can enter this program. So what is needed to make you successful in this program? So this is how we help you to become successful in this program. We recommend that you have a comfort level and familiarity with technology, because technology is the basis of this program, and due to the coronavirus environment. For example, we use our learning management system, which is called Blackboard, which is a digital platform through which you're going to do all your coursework. So it's very important that you have familiarity with technology. We also recommend that you have good time management and study skills so you can balance your academic life and your family life and your work life if you're planning to work as a PSW. We also offer a student success program for our students that's designed to increase success. I'll be talking about this in the coming slide. We also recommend very highly that if you're planning to work as a PSW, you limit external employment to 1 day a week, right? So if you're planning to work as a PSW, we recommend that you limit this to 8 hours per week, which is 1 day, as our program is a full-time program and we're expecting all our students to study full-time and work part-time. And the faculty that are teaching this program are here to help, and they open door policy. So feel free to reach out to me or any of your other faculty who are teaching the courses in case you have any questions. So success in this program, like I mentioned in the last slide, George Brown offers a number of student resources to make you successful. We have learning groups and drop-ins where you can drop in with a question you have, or you can join other students from your class who are in a learning group in that course, and all of you have some common issues or exchanging tips or learning about the course. We also have a program-specific hub on Blackboard. So the S119 hub is like a central point from which you may be getting certain alerts or messages or tips and so on. We have one-on-one consultations that are given with appointment. So you can go to the one-on-one consultation for free of charge. It doesn't cost any extra money after booking it at the appropriate time. We also send you from time to time so learning and time management tools and tip sheets. We have a self-referral form and early alert tools that we use as faculty to get in touch with you if we feel that you're falling behind. We also have a single document called the Guide to Professional Success, which is something that you'll complete, and at the point of completion, you're going to get some extra marks toward your courses once you've completed the Guide to Professional Success or GPS. So these are all certain resources and tools that we have in place to make you successful in the program. So now coming back to coursework, all our courses, like I mentioned, are delivered online. You don't have to come to any physical George Brown location. You can take all your courses from the comfort of your home. Classes can begin as early as 8 a.m. and finish as late as 6 p.m. There are approximately 18 hours of class per week. So there's no class on every day of the week. Typically, we try to limit the classes to 4 or 5 days in a week. So you get the 3 or 2 days to do your other work, like taking care of your family and working as PSW if you decide to. Our classes are 2 or 3 hours long each. And once you're done with the class, we expect you to spend at least 2 or 3 hours reading and completing the assignments, if not more, for that course. So what that means is if you attended a 2-hour class, you may want to spend 2 hours at home going over the material after class time, or spending more than 2 hours, depending on the course, trying to digest the material and do the assignments. So the coursework will include individual assignments, group work, presentation, tests, and exams. And all these may be mixed depending on the day of the week and the time of the semester that you find yourself in. So what are different courses? So the different courses are as follows. We have 6 courses. We have foundations in human biology, which gives you a good foundation for all the biological concepts that you're going to need in your future role as a nurse. We have a communication course that's called critical thinking in practice. We have a health and wellness course, which gives you a holistic, well-rounded view of the role of health and wellness that you will use in your future practice as a nurse. We have a mathematics course, which is very simple, which is basically a course in arithmetic, and all it needs you to know is secondary school level math. It doesn't need you to be a math wizard. So it's a very simple math course. We have a foundation in chemistry for a health sciences course, which gives you all the foundations or concepts that you need in chemistry to be successful as a nurse. And we have this last course, which is the PN role and interprofessional relationship, which is a course that you'll be taking currently in the semester that you are in with those students who are already in first semester practical nursing. So when you go to first semester practical nursing, you have one less course to take, because this course, the PN role and interprofessional relationship, already been taken by you before you enter the practical nursing program. So those are the 6 courses that you will be doing, and that is the coursework that's expected of you. What are the future study options? Like I mentioned, all the graduates of our S119, the personal support worker pathway to the practical nursing program, who graduate with a 3.0 or a higher program GPA can enter George Brown College practical nursing program. So they must enter the practical nursing program in the fall or winter semester in which they have been given admission. So you will be told about this by the admissions department. You cannot defer the entry into the practical nursing program. You must accept it in the semester in which you have been offered a seat. So I hope this information session has been very useful and you got all the information you needed. In case you need any other information, please feel free to send me an email. My email is svemulak@georgebrown.ca. So you can send me an email with anything that you may have any questions about, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Hoping to see you soon in George Brown College. And I want to wish you a very warm welcome when you come, and hope to see you when you enter our program.